Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Ummi Nasuha. I'm from L63 and EGP Block 4A. Today I am going to review a book called Fairy Tales written by Hans Andersen. This video consists of the introduction of this book, the story review, vocabulary, favorite quotes, and the conclusion that I have made for this book. Firstly, the introduction. This book was published in 1965 with a genre of fiction, fantasy, and myth. This book consists of 257 pages and 17 stories altogether. Of course, I am not going to talk about all of the story. However, I am just going to touch on the mermaid as I have found this story quite interesting. Now I am going to introduce the characters to you. Firstly is the mermaid princess. Next is the merman king, which is the princess's father, princess's 5 sisters and her grandmother, a prince, a neighboring princess, which is also known as the temple woman, and lastly we cannot forget the sea witch. This story is a story about a young mermaid who is willing to give up her life in the sea as a mermaid just to gain a human soul. A lot of people think that this story has a happy ending. However, in my opinion, this story overall is rather sad because she did so much just to get nothing in the end. For instance, how she has sacrificed everything, her voice, her tail, left her family, even had to endure so much pain every time she's walking, just because she wanted an immortal soul. But in the end, what she received was death. Yes, she was given a chance to gain herself an immortal soul. However, she still has to do good deeds for mankind for 300 more years. Now is my favorite quotes. I have picked 4 quotes from this story. First is, she laughed and danced with the thought of death in her heart. Next, if you looked down to the bottom of my soul, you would understand fully the source of my longing and pity me. Even the open, transparent lake has its unknown depth, which no divers know. Next is, pride must suffer pain. And the last one, her delicate feet pained her as if they were cut with knives, but she did not feel it, for the pain at her heart was much sharper. Now, vocabularies. A vast language was used in this book, so there were quite a lot of new vocabularies that I've learned from this book. For your information, this book was originally written in Danish, so what I was reading is actually the translated version. And remember that this book was published in 1965, so some of the words used are incomprehensible, such as thou wouldst not, or as thou hast made thy bed. Anyways, below are the list of vocabularies that I found. This is part 2. And finally, the conclusion. Most of the stories in this book are different from the stories portrayed in Disney's movies. Unlike the typical fairy tales which has happily ever after ending, most of the stories rather had a dark storyline with a sad ending. But overall, I had fun reading this book. So yes, I recommend this book. But if you are hoping for happy stories, this book might not be for you. I think that's all from me. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.